If you saw my last rant, we ranted about DUI, DWI, currently handful, driving while intoxicated. Now we talk about driving under the influence. That's a common offense in operating a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or other drugs, like marijuana, cigarettes, to a level that renders the driver incapable of operating their motor vehicle safely. Now, I don't know of any cases that in Texas that are any cases in Texas, but why would they? Why would they do it? Don't you know you can't drink and drive? It's against the rules of drink and drive. Actually, it's illegal to drink and drive. They should make alcohol illegal. But this is short, so these questions like, it's a felony? Yes, it's a felony. If you're convicted, you could avoid your future, like getting a job or something. How long you go to jail? 6 months in jail. You would be sentenced to life if you're in Texas. Your first DUI is a class B misdemeanor. Third degree felony, you can be charged with felony. If you're 15 years old, you may be entitled, you may be fined or going to jail. Is this a criminal offense? Well, yes, it is. Well, is it a traffic ticket? In most of the states, it's a criminal offense. However, in all jurisdictions, it's a criminal offense in Wisconsin, New Jersey. That's a traffic violation. Do they show up on background checks? Well, yes, they do. If you were to like apply for a job and they ask you, do you have a criminal record? If you say yes, you won't be able to get a job. DUI won't usually affect your job search. Most states have that. Most employees in most states, however, they ask if you've been convicted of criminal, say what kind. Charge of DUI. Can you get fired? Well, yes, you can. The consequence is you could go to jail. If you drink and drive, you're going to jail. That's it for DUI. This next round, when we come back, we're going to talk about click it or ticket. Right here on Give Me a Break. Now, driving without a seatbelt. Really makes me furious. Ask your kids. Ask your kids, and you're like, oh, I never do this. I never do that. It's furious. That's why there's a thing called click it or ticket. Click it or ticket is a national highway. Is an NHTC TS. Sorry. Is National Highway Traffic Safety Administration campaign aimed at increasing the use of seatbelts among young people in the United States. The campaign relies on heavily targeted advertising aimed at teens and young adults. So, you're one of those people. If you click it, you don't click it, then you get a ticket. But basically, in most states, a $25 to $50 fine in Louisiana. Most of Louisiana is like a $25 to $50 fine. But in Texas, It's the same thing, $25 to $50. It says under Texas seatbelts for driving.texasuniversity.com says under Texas seatbelt laws, the fines on wearing a seatbelt depend on the age of the passenger. So if you're 20, so like if you're over 17, you gotta pay $25 to $50. You don't pay that, you're gonna go to jail. If the passengers under 17 riding without a seatbelt, the fine is much higher, $100 to $200. So all in all, that's seven. That's 75. 75 plus 200. We add that up. Give me a second. It gives us $275. So all in all, you have to spend a fortune of your savings for your college or for your kids' education, for you to say, "Oh, I don't want to do this because I got to save it up." And the next thing I want to talk about, driving without a license. If you don't drive, you drive without a license, you're expected to pay $700 fine. So it's 200. First time can be 200. Third time offense can be up to $500. If you don't pay that, you're going to traffic court, and you will go to jail for not paying fines. But still, I don't have a license. I don't drive without a license. I don't expect to drive because of all the dummies I see out there not using a blinker, all the other stuff. The fine is going to be 200. Driver authentication is $2,000. The hit and run is $5,000, 5 years in jail. $2,000 for DWI is a 90-day license suspension, which you should report out, or a minimum of 3 days in jail. Well, thanks to safe2drive.com, we're looking at the things that where I should have mentioned in my previous rant, and what we're going to use for the next rants in a few weekends, in a few days. So stick around for that as we approach. If you drive that insurance, well, it's $900 to $500, and it involves some community service hours. If you don't pay that, you're going to be sentenced to community service. Actually, this chart from Money Violation explains this is going to be a list. We're going to look at this list. We're going to look at some of these lists tomorrow. We're going to look at, but for the list, we're going to look at some of the things like we talked about. Like you drive without a license, that's a $200 fine. You do a hit and run, that's $5,000 and 5 years in jail. Intoxication manslaughter, that's up to $10,000 and 2 to 20 years in jail. Reckless driving, that's up to $200 and 30 days in jail. You fail to stop a school bus, it's a first offense, license suspension, if you continue. Not wearing a seatbelt, $50 to $200 depends on age, unbelted passengers. Speeding, $150, you may get your license suspended. So I guess that's it for the driving court. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about DWB, which I will say this, and the Coleman Guns are watching. By the way, Coleman Gun is a code word for black. To attack Detroit is to attack black, which is racist. I don't mean to be racist. I'm racist, I'm sorry, but it's DWB. I'm not going to say what it is because they will censor me. And we will also look at most ticket vehicles that we mentioned today. From this right here. We'll look at total license drivers and the ticket fines for the top 10 states. That's coming out tomorrow. And that's coming tomorrow and it's coming tomorrow and Thursday. But next, have you ever been to a classroom where have you ever been to a gym where a coach flips out? Have you ever been in front of a coach where he flipped out and you're disrespecting him who you did not listen? Well, when we return, we're going to talk about an incident that happened last May that talks about a coach who got fired for yelling at a teacher. There was a video about it. I will show you the video, plus give you my reaction about it when we return. We wish we could have cameras on you. You answer this question. If you are at a PE room, how would you feel if a coach raises your voice at you because you are disrespectful? That's what happened. In May of last year, Coach Chris Pasilla was suspended, or I should say, either fired or suspended. I don't know because there was the thing at change.org that tells you can remove his suspension. Like, I didn't know about this, but that teacher should have been fired by that video. He posted the video on YouTube and it got so many views. And this was in New York. So let's read a sample of this article. A shouting match was caught in Canada between a teacher and a student on Long Island. The teacher is found so suspended. On Tuesday, some students railed his support and physical education teacher Mr. Masula, and said he was just doing his job. Paragraph 3 says, a heated exchange between Masula and the student was recorded at a gym class in Hewlin High School. It happened over the student apparently refused to put down his phone. Now, I'm going to read you the quote. You may find some of the language now disturbing. It's like this. You don't listen to anyone. I respectfully ask you to put your phone down. You don't. I respectfully ask you to stop talking. You don't. He says in the video, he raises his voice at the student. You just don't stop. And the angry words seem into obediences. The student says, you don't need to touch your face on my face. That's safe. You don't have to take my effing bubble. And he says, you're tough. You're tough. You're so tough. You're tough. And he used the N-word. See, that's the thing. The N-word is just a racial term that people like black men use to call. I'm not going to be racist. I'm not going to say racial things, but it can be used to say buddy. That's a three-minute exchange. Sorry, that's a three-minute exchange. He says, "You're calling me the N-word? Get out of class." And this is what the student said. He was a wonderful, wonderful educator and mentor. That was a high school junior. And this one says, see teacher finally did his job, put his foot down and say, enough's enough, put the phone away and get out. The student just disrespected that man was ridiculous. Listen to what this student said. Listen to what this student's mother said. They always say that, go outside, take a walk, don't do that, whatever. Here's what the mother said. I don't want someone talking to my child like that. I'm a 15-year-old son in high school and I would never do that. Now, the school would not comment. Why would they want to comment? Because of his suspension. But, as I said, there was a petition at change.org that explains about his that explains his suspension. Let me read you. It says, due to the recent this video situation that occurred at high school, it's clear to the public how the high school administration goes to their eyes to everything that might debt to the attention of the school. Coach passed my students took all necessary steps to move the disrespectful student from his class, and yet the student continued to be disrespectful. He did nothing wrong and certainly remained suspended. He shouted the N word, the F word, and the S word. I think he should just remain fired. Like, give me a break already. If you're racist, maybe that racist as a student, you might as well just get out of the classroom. Which, let me tell you, this brings me to the next segment. We're talking about teachers who get suspended. Like, in this segment here, we're talking about teachers who just spaz or flip out because the students won't shut up. In case in point, this next teacher right here in Tennessee who snapped in the class. He threw chairs. He threw a chair, a table, a garbage can, just because the students would not shut up. This happened like years ago, 2010, October 2010. He was suspended. He was fired. He was removed. He taught like years, 36 years. He was currently teaching 11th grade algebra on Friday. And I want to show you the video because it made me hunch. But it's just talking about students, teachers flip out when students won't be quiet. That's why I say give me a break. Because you don't want a teacher just flip out from the students. Let me tell you, looking back at the video of that coach that got suspended, I gotta say, you gotta watch the video for yourself. But I'm gonna show you right now. And I'm gonna warn you, you may find some of the language now disturbing. Here's the video. And we're still going back to the coach who got suspended last year. So if you're one of those kids that signed that petition, you damn well know. You better damn well know you're stepping one foot into hell. My kid, you're stepping one foot into hell to remove that suspension because you want him back. He's not coming back. He's fine. He's done for. Well, there wasn't no updates back then, but it sure wasn't for him. Apparently after this, he just got flipped out on the student because there was There was kind of language in that video. He said the N word. He said the teacher said the N word. He said the F word and the S word. So did that student. But did the student get suspended? No. It was probably the teacher. But now tomorrow what we're gonna focus on is teachers banning pencils and pens in the classroom. That is tomorrow, and we'll be right back. Like I said, tomorrow we're still going to talk about the driving tickets, the fines and stuff. How many total and car company vehicles get the tickets? Plus, plus a teacher who banned pencils and pens in school back in November of 2010. That is tomorrow on Give Me a Break. I'm the American Player of Texas, wishing all of you the best of goodbyes. If I should join me again tomorrow for another edition of Give Me a